Alright, what is going on YouTube? It is your host, QuikSnoopy, and we are bringing you another video, and it feels like forever since I released a video, and I know I talked about it in my video that I uploaded probably a week ago, and I went into depth, but there's been a lot that's happened since then. So let's flash back. If you haven't seen the previous video, basically my computer broke down. The motherboard and the processor were both overheated, and they kind of fried up, and they wouldn't work anymore, and I didn't know this until later. So that was basically what I talked about in my previous video. So I ended up getting a new motherboard, went down to the store, got a new motherboard, and my computer still wasn't working, and I was like, at this point it has to be the processor, right? So I'm like, alright, so I get a new processor, and I try it on my old motherboard, and nope, it's not working. So at this point I know, oh crap, it's both my motherboard and my processor that are having problems, so I have to get a new one. So I decided to get a new one, so I got a new motherboard and a new processor, and in the time being, I decided to get a SSD, which if you don't know is a solid state drive, which basically is a faster drive than the normal hard drives they make. And so it boots up Windows faster, and everything just feels faster, you know? It's like your computer is on like massive amounts of caffeine, and it just runs really quick, and it's really nice to have. So I finally decided to pick one up, and I'm like, alright, my new motherboard, my new processor, and I even got a new hard drive. Everything is going to be awesome, and I can get started on YouTube, and I can start playing games again and recording, and it's just going to be amazing, and it's going to be the best day ever. But when I put my computer together, if you guys don't know, I do build computers. I've been getting into that, and I've actually done it multiple times since my computer broke down. So I built my computer, and it booted up. It worked for like an hour, and then it kept locking up on me, and I'm like, oh crap, like what did I do this time? So I took it back down to the store, and I had them test the hard drive for me, and the hard drive had a problem. It was failing, and they told me I'm sorry, and they ended up giving me a new one, which is awesome. So I got a new hard drive. All this stuff I bought was new, none of it was used. So got a new hard drive, and I plugged it in, and sure enough, it worked. It worked! And man, was I excited. I finally got my computer running, and I installed Windows on it. I installed games. Problem was, all this happened, and it was like 1 in the morning. So I'm not going to make a video at 1 in the morning when I'm like falling asleep and stuff. It's not something I really want to do. So I ended up just installing my games overnight, waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning, intending on making a video. But you know what happened? I hit the snooze button on that alarm clock. I didn't make a video, and I woke up, and then I ended up going to work later that day. And when I came home, I decided to make a video, or at least get the gameplay footage, and now I'm adding the commentary. So unfortunately it was not a live commentary, but a lot has happened, guys. Another huge thing that happened is I actually got my desk moved into my own room. Before, there was a lot of background noise, whether it be with the fan or whether it be I was actually next to the window at the time as well, so you could always hear like trucks or motorcycles just passing through my neighborhood, and they were loud. Like if you guys have ever heard a motorcycle drive down like a neighborhood, I don't even know, guys, but it was pretty loud, and sometimes you could hear it in my videos, and I would try to kind of tone it out, but no longer anymore. I'm actually in my own room, which means I should be able to do a setup video in the future. Another problem that I've always had moving into my room is I always thought, how am I going to get internet? The router and stuff is in, like, I guess you could say probably the middle of my house, and if I move, then I'll have to be using Wi-Fi, or so I thought. So in the process of getting the new motherboard and stuff, I actually picked up one of these awesome power line adapters thing, and you plug it into the wall on the wall next to the router and the wall in your room, and it actually gets like internet from the power line in the wall. It's really weird and hard to explain, but it also gives me Wi-Fi. So technically I have my own Wi-Fi hotspot in my room, which is amazing because I have my laptop in here, I have my phone obviously. In the future I might get an iPad. Things are just, they're good. They're good, guys. But my whole point of making this video was really to inform you guys on what has been going on, because I know the whole purpose of this video has kind of gone back and forth between me trying to entertain you and me trying to inform you. So I do have some Assassin's Creed Black Flag gameplay going on in the background. I actually have to renew my Xbox Live, so that is going to happen probably today because I really want to play some Advanced Warfare finally. So while my computer was having issues, I was just staying at home watching Netflix 24/7, and that was just amazing. Like, I actually found some good TV shows to watch on Netflix, and whew, let me just tell you, I got into those TV shows. So other than that, guys, you know, I've kind of got my own place. I'm not next to the window anymore, and you guys don't hear any fans in the background. No, before in some of my videos, some of you guys heard them, some of you guys didn't. If you guys have, like, you know, like hawk ears or something, you might be able to hear stuff from, like, you know, a mile away. But it's really cool. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Later.